ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुस्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. Om Narayana. So here karma yoga is not about karma but about change of mind. The change of mind is brought in the context of karma, but karma should be taken in a broader sense. By karma, we don't mean simple action alone. Karma means relationship with people, relationship with your acts, your objects, situations, all context, whole life in short, your relationship. This relationship, if you relate to a person or an object as a person, two ways. You take another person as a person and you also relate to him as another person. This is just a human level. But if you see this person as not an individual, but a part of the cosmos. A person is a part of a cosmos. He is not an isolated individual, separate individual. So when you are relating to him, through him you are relating to cosmos. Isn't it? Just as when you look at a person, you look at his face, you are not looking at his face alone. You are relating to the whole person, not one part of the body. When you give something, he takes it with his hand. You don't say that I have given only to his hand, not to him. Because the hand is not separate, it is a part of the whole being. Similarly, a person is a part of the whole cosmos, not a given individual. When you relate to him, see him, he is a part of the whole cosmos. You are responding to the entire cosmos. So your whole outlook changes. And the person and me, he or she, whoever it is, he and me are part of a cosmos. So our talking is a cosmic event. It's not our individual alone. It is something like two people, two representatives of a company. He is a representative of that company. Company means some company. This person is a representative of company mate. Or they are the representatives of two nations, two countries. Two countries, one India and some other country, China or some country. When they meet, they are not relating as individuals. They are relating as a representative of the country. Similarly, I am also an instrument in the hands of the whole cosmic Ishvara, and he is also another part of Ishvara. Now, we both together, coming together and playing an act of a cosmic event, we are playing. We are playing a cosmic event. This thinking, this vision, keep in mind and interact. It changes your outlook. My individual desire, individual need, individual ego, demands, all that is set aside, your whole outlook about yourself as well as about other person changes. This is what is karma yoga. Karma yoga, karma in Sanskrit word means your duty. Duty means all your activities of life. It's not a given activity alone. And the action can mean in a broader sense any relation, any interaction. So action is not a doing a given thing, an interaction, a relation, because we take action is an interaction, is a relationship. So in that relationship, me and the other two are involved. So a certain understanding, a broader understanding of other person and me, both are involved, then the event of my interacting with another person. Can you hear me or you feel the sound? Okay. So the interaction of me with another person is not an individual event, an individual like and dislike, an individual benefit alone. We don't see an individual benefit. Individual benefit also may be there, but it is a part of it. Individual benefit also will be there, but it is a one part of it. But the main is whole, total benefit. So in these things, I change my outlook about myself, my role. I understand my place differently. I don't see my place like before. Now I see I am an instrument of, I am representing Ishvara. I am in the hands of Bhagavan. I am representing as an instrument, as a servant of him. So I represent certain noble values, noble ideas, noble actions that way. And other person also I see him as this. In this way, my individual, earlier I had certain attachment, certain thoughts, certain actions based upon my individuality. That changes. To personal attitude changes. It will go away. I'll just give up. I'll become a broader person. A person who is a part of a larger system. I am a part of a larger system. I am no more an individual interested in my personal interest alone. That whole outlook of personal interest changes. This is not simply a concept. It has to be ingrained in my subconscious mind. I keep on doing over a period of time. This outlook has to be ingrained into me. So two ways. One is when you do these things with a holy feeling, with a devotion to Bhagavan, this brings about some punya. The punya changes, cosmic changes, change in my mind. It makes certain changes. Punya changes and also correction of my mind, feelings, thoughts, value I give it to myself and me and all those things. So they are evaluated. The two people or two things involved in this interaction are evaluated from the cosmic event, not from an individual event. So this outlook changes. This makes us pure. That individual outlook, individual prejudice, ego, that melts away. You become a broader person. This purifies. So Karma Yoga is life as a whole, not any given event, entire life, all activities of life, all interactions. And these all interactions should be based upon a broader vision, not on too narrow vision. That's what Karma Yoga means. And this should happen in the beginning because the mind, its emotions, its thoughts, because emotion has to change. Earlier my emotional reactions were based upon personal attitude. Now my person changes, my emotional reactions will be based upon a cosmic event. Then my whole attitude, reactions, everything changes. So the reactions should change. My personal interest also should become secondary. So I fulfill my personal interest only if it also caters to the social interest also. I mean, it is a dharma. So earlier I was interested in my own personal things. Now my personal interest I fulfill only if it is a part of a larger thing. Otherwise, I shall sacrifice my purely personal interest, but take it as my service to Ishvara, my devotional service to Bhagavan. So, in that as a part of a service, because I am also part of Ishvara, why should I think of taking care of myself? Person thinks, Bunny, we think of taking care of myself alone. Oh, God will not take care. Society will not take care. I have to care myself. That means we set them aside. I think I take my responsibility on myself. So this creates a tension and worry and so much of. When I feel I am under care of Ishvara, Ishvara means cosmos. He is running cosmos. When he is running me also. When Ishvara is running cosmos, he is running me also. So therefore, under that cosmosic running, I put myself in his place. Then I don't look at I am not so much worried that I alone am responsible. There is nobody else cares for me. I have to see for myself. This makes my personal interest more worried and tensed up. When I see that my life, that I am born as a cosmic event, I am acting is a cosmic event, my success and failure is a cosmic event, my very living, my very death, everything is a cosmic event, then why do you see as your own personal event? You are a cosmic being. You are a part of a big cosmos, big Ishvara. So that Ishvara's Leela overwhelms you, takes over you. So you see, therefore, just as my food and hunger, my taking care of my individual life, just as these are my concern, it is a concern of Ishvara also. It is a concern of cosmos also. You see an animal, a plant. How does a plant grow? How does an animal grow? An animal or a plant grows only when there is a suitable conditions. Suitable condition in the nature. But who provides that suitable condition? Whoever called the Ishvara, the cosmos. So the cosmos has provided certain suitable condition for a plant or animal to be born and grow and live. Who takes care of it? He is providing a conducive atmosphere, a conducive living conditions. In that you live and grow. That means providing that conducive atmosphere, a living conditions, is a cosmic event. Similarly, certain atmosphere, a social atmosphere, a national atmosphere, cultural and all these things, physical, all this is Ishvara's making. That means this atmosphere is created, certain plants, animals are born. They can live and after some time they will die. If this atmosphere is not there, people won't be born. Even if he is born, he will die very soon. He can't live. Similarly, for me to be born, to live, certain atmosphere is created. Then who is responsible for that atmosphere? For that ecosystem? Social, psychological, and even cosmic relationship. All these things. So there is somebody who is governing it. So this changes my outlook to be a broader outlook. And this is Karma Yoga is a necessary for a deeper relationship with Bhagavan called meditation and Vedanta Vichara. Vedantic inquiry and meditation are much intimate relationship, much deeper level, very profoundly from my heart I get related to them. To be able to relate from a deeper level, this superficial level also has to be corrected. That's why this is Karma Yoga. So people, when they are advised, start from your life, wherever you are, whatever life you are living, you start correcting your understanding, your feelings, your thoughts, your evaluation, everything right from where you are, from the normal life. Then you go to the deeper level of meditation and Vedanta Vichara. If we tell these things, most of the people, for two reasons. They want to skip Karma Yoga and directly want to do meditation or Vedanta listening. So therefore, Bhagavan has to emphasize this. Living, everything goes with living alone. Don't separate Vedanta from your living. Don't make it too theoretical. It is not a simple theoretical philosophy. It is your very living. Living means wherever you are, from that point you start. Let Vedanta be understanding yourself in your interactions, feelings, thoughts, relationship. It changes. Your whole outlook changes. That is Vedanta. Your very living is Vedanta. So, this is what is represented by Arjuna. Most of the people want to jump. They say, so one reason is Karma Yoga, they just ignore it. We want to go directly Vedanta, directly listening. So you listen, you get a concept. After listening everything, okay, I understand I am Brahman, but how can I experience it? See, first you take it a concept, then question how is it possible. We have been telling right from beginning, first you concentrate on your Anubhava. It is Anubhava. It is a matter of Anubhava. You don't conceive and later expect Anubhava. Start from Anubhava only, right from beginning. So, people tend to do that. Or other thing is, these emotional reactions and relationship. In interaction with people and society, these interactions create tensions, emotional reactions, all those things. Because still individuality is there, ego is there. So, People feel that this social responsibility, earning, job, society, this gives little pleasure but gives a lot of frustration, disappointment, tensions. People want to avoid. They think that sannyasa is easy. Sannyasa is easy. Just now I am coming here before, half an hour before, 45 minutes before, just looking at some cell phone, Facebook. One foreigner or somebody, he became Buddhist monk. Within few months, he fell in love with a Muslim girl and got married. Now what do you mean this? What do you think of sannyasa? Just a fashionable, you are in a mood to take sannyasa, live for days, then leave it up and go somewhere. Is it a hobby or is it a fashion? So, the depth, the dimension, the purpose is not understood. If you say you are not prepared, don't take sannyasa, you do karma yoga, it will come. Sannyasa will come at later time. At its own come, but prefer. They say, you are underestimating me. I am intellectual. I am capable of listening Vedanta. We are educated. We want Vedanta. Why are you putting me into that simple service and all that? That's meant for children. That's meant for worldly people, not me. I am great. Okay, you become monk. Afterward, what will you do? 1 day, 2 days. The third day, keep on chatting. Wasting time in chatting. What else can you do? Because mind is not deep enough to do vichara, deep enough to do meditation. Then you read books and then chat with people and just go for things. And in the name of temple, you just want. Temple visiting is good if you go with a devotion or if you want to learn. But it is just out of curiosity because the mind is restless. The mind is extroverted, restless. That impure mind, then it wants to go and see something, sightseeing. Because it wants to, sightseeing means what? It wants to entertain. Entertainment is also a kind of pleasure. One is pleasures, have I discussed 4 kinds of pleasures? One is a sense pleasure, another is an emotional pleasure, attachment, my people. In your possessiveness, there is a pleasure. Third is entertainment. Mind also, you want entertainment by watching museum, games, and etc. and sightseeing, picnic. If you don't get them, you feel bored. So these are also pleasures, a kind of pleasures alone. So there is a dependency on these pleasures. That means mind is deriving pleasure from these things. It can't go into deeper than this. It can't transcend mind. It can't transcend body. If I enjoy at the level of body, I can't transcend body. If I enjoy at the level of mind, I can't transcend mind. Whatever level you enjoy, enjoying means what? I take it as a myself, as an enjoyer of it. You get stuck there alone. You can't transcend it. Only when you are detached, you can transcend it. You can discover that you are beyond that. If you start anything we start enjoying, we remain there, got stuck. Therefore, this detachment, this purity of mind is required. People think that I am pure enough, I can go. So, there is a tendency to skip karma yoga and directly go for dhyana yoga, visit meditation. See, mind is restless, mind is getting disturbed. They think by meditation, you won't remove the disturbances. See, 2 things are there. The disturbance is there because of desires, ambitions, ego. And when you are directly interacting with people, you are active in life, the problems come not because of the situation, not because of other people, because of my inner immaturity. I have a desire, I have expectation. I have an expectation fixed that this should happen like this. If it doesn't happen, I get upset. So it is my mind's immaturity that is the problem I face in interaction. So people are there, things are there, they behave in their own way, they disturb me. And therefore people think that by avoiding the things, sit in a lonely place, go to the forest and build a cottage and live there, it is so enjoyable. True, you are enjoying cottage, you are enjoying external atmosphere, but your mind's inner reactions of likes and dislikes, that remains. So, Sri Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna emphasizes this inner mind changing is important. So, just as you can enjoy sitting in a forest, in a cottage alone, because there is no interaction, there is no responsibility. when you take a responsibility, there is a tension. You have to fulfill it. There is a deadline. Time is given. Within this time, you have to finish it. Other people don't cooperate. There are no sufficient facility. But the deadline is approaching. You have to work day and night, work hard and finish it. So this causes tension. And they say, you just go into a forest and become a monk and relax. Somebody will take care of you and sitting. But this is a laziness, because you are afraid of tensions in interacting with the people and society. He says, even while interacting, you should remain calm inwardly and undisturbed. That is the purity. Even while interacting, even while taking responsibility, wielding responsibility, doing things, and then interacting with people, in spite of people being what they are. People are of different nature. Some people are irritating, some people are non-cooperative, some people pressurize, some people create problem. In spite of what they are, in spite of what the situation is, I should find a peace of mind, which is possible only if it remains how to take the things lightly, not too personally. If I don't take it personally, I won't get disturbed. So these emotional reactions should change. My outlook, my evaluation, how much value I give to people, people's comments, success and failure. I am succeed in one situation, fail in another situation. That disturbs me. But I should be able to take it naturally, both success and failure. You work hard. Let us see what happens. Don't jump into future. Don't take it for granted that you will be successful. I am doing my best. Let me see what happens. Keep your expectation tentative. Don't have a fixed expectation. Let us hope there will be good result. But I have done my best. Let us wait and see. You keep on doing. A time comes of the fruit. Then you see some amount of fruit comes. Some amount may be different from what you expected. What you expected is something, but the result may be different. Sometimes more than you expected, you become overwhelmed. Oh, I didn't expect, my God. It is a excess of result, more than expected. Sometimes less than expected. Sometimes totally opposite to your expectation. You'll be shocked. This shocking, getting overwhelmed, elated, these reactions should be removed, because these reactions make you narrow. We react because we get attached to them. We expect that I must succeed. If you're successful, you cannot control. You rejoice. This rejoicing makes you small, because you get trapped in that emotional feelings. You should be able to take lightly. If you succeed, it is a success of a cosmic event. I'm just an instrument in it. Take lightly and just proceed. You enjoy very doing it. In doing, you experience that you are a part of the whole cosmos, Bhagavan Ishvara. I am in his hands. I am an instrument in his hands. I am planning, trying to do. So, as an instrument in the hands of Bhagavan, I am planning. As an instrument in his hands, I am working. As an instrument in his hands, I am facing the result. So, the result also is not, I shouldn't take the credit for myself. Give the credit to the whole cosmic situation which facilitated this success. So the credit of success goes to the cosmic event, or the cosmos, the Ishvara. It is the Bhagavan. The credit goes to him, and I share my role as one part of it. I am an instrument of it. So this way you don't take it too personally, and see that you are a part of cosmos and the success belongs to cosmos. Then I don't feel elated. I take it naturally and enjoy the same way and continue. So this is called Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is not simply action. It is my change in my inner personality. My outlook becomes a broader one, a cosmic, related to cosmos. And this Karma Yoga is necessary. People think that by meditation I just sit like that and concentrate on one thing. Mind becomes relaxed. I say you don't need meditation. Simply close your eyes also, you will be relaxed. When you are carrying weight, when you are traveling, there will be tension. You reach a destination, sit on a chair for a while, you are relaxed. You think that is meditation? If that is meditation, everybody is doing every day. It is not simply relaxing the mind that is meditation. When you are facing a situation, you are tensed up. You have no situation at all. Go and sit in a forest and work a little bit and then just enjoy. They think this is a very great spirituality. This is not spirituality. Because the situation, day-to-day problems of success, achieving, interacting, competing with people, that creates tension. You are avoiding tension. You are avoiding tension-causing situations. You are avoiding complicated situations. You are avoiding the pressure of the worldly life. When you have no pressure, you are relaxed. They think this is karma yoga. This happens to anybody. Any wickedest person, when he is not interacting with people, he is alone, he enjoys. But doesn't make it karma yoga. So, even while facing with situation, even while facing the very irritating people, problematic people, still you shouldn't take it as my personal responsibility to face them. I am in a situation. Me and my situation is in the hands of Ishvara. And Ishvara is running this show, and I am just a part of it. Ishvara is running this show, and I am just playing my role in these things. So I may be successful, I may not be successful, I don't know, I am not sure. But I play my role best as possible. As best as possible. So, because that's what you can do. What else can you do? Can you do more than that? In a given situation, whatever best possible you do it. But whatever best possible you have done it, supposing is not enough, sometimes is not enough to bring about the expected result. Still it falls short of result. Falls short of your expected result. Then what do you feel? Oh, I have not done my effort. You have done. You have done your best. Still sometimes you fail. What can you do? So, take that failure is also part of life. Take it. And then only I should succeed. There should be no failure at all. This is meaningless. This is impractical. And this is against fact. In life, both happen. Sometimes you fail, sometimes you succeed. They are just as natural as your breathing. As natural as your breath. So, sometimes fail, sometimes succeed. That doesn't mean ignore them, okay, let whatever happen. No, you're not supposed to ignore it. Take responsibility. Do what best possible. In spite of that, if the result falls short of your expectation, doesn't matter. Take it, accept it, then proceed. If you need to change it, okay, change it. You want to make another attempt, okay, make another attempt. But what happened, you accept and do what is to be done. What is next to be done? And this is what is the real one, karma yoga. Unless you cultivate this attitude of mind, which requires the change in your personality. Change in your personality. Unless you change your personality, inner personality I am talking, mind and intellect, unless you change the personality, unless you discover it and cultivate this attitude of karma yoga, you won't be able to see that subtle difference in meditation and Vedanta Vichara. So people tend to ignore this life relationship, life responsibilities. Responsibility should not give me tension. In a given situation, sometimes that is the best possible. You know it is limited, it is not enough, but you can't do anything. That is the only possibility. So within that possibility, you can only get that much. Now you can't do anything because at the moment probably the situation changes, then the more will be facility. You may be able to do better. You may be able to achieve a better result. But considering the present situation, this is the best possible. This is the best you can achieve. So we should be able to accept the limitations of the situation and don't blame it ourselves. People say that no, whatever is the situation, I must get it. I must get it. There was one girl in India for medical course to become doctor. There is an entrance test. I don't know whether you have in Europe. Entrance test. She passed that 10 plus 2 education system, 10 years and 2 years. After passing 12 years, they have to appear for entrance exam. That entrance, once you pass, then you will be admitted in medical colleges. So that girl says that, oh, if I don't pass, if I don't get the seat in this thing, I can't show my face to my friends. I told, what crime is it? Have you committed a crime? Why should you be so much ashamed as if you are a criminal? You can't show your face to your friends. Oh, how can I show? I say, why this thing? So this is called too much of emotional, too much of thing. Whatever situation you have, you make use of it. Study well. Don't waste your time. Study well, plan, take help of elderly people. You, what best possible, you study. And then result you don't know. Whether you pass through that entrance exam, sometimes you may fall short of 1 or 2 marks. So you won't get the seat. But they say, oh, I didn't get seat. Then is it a crime? Why interpret it as a crime? Why do you expect that there should be only successful in life, no failure at all? Is it practical? People say that always aim for success, always success, always success, always success. Show me which person on the earth is always successful. All the time, all 365 days, all 24 hours throughout life, who is successful? Oh, that means you should allow welcome the failure. Don't work for failures. You work for success. As for you, you work for it. You make best efforts, but be prepared for anything happens. If it failure comes, doesn't matter. Probably somewhere we required more effort. Somewhere we did not know that it. Sometimes what happens, whatever possible best you do, yet you fail. Then you think at that moment we did not know. After failed, then you understand, oh, this was missing. At that time there was no way of knowing. At that time there was no way of knowing. Once you come to this stage, then you know that, oh my God, we missed that. Missed means at that time there was no thought. Nobody could think of it. So it happens to anybody's life. So this is the human limitation, our intellectual limitation. We are not all omniscient to be able to predict every event that nobody can do. So being a limited knower as a jiva, with this limited facilities, limited situation, what best you can do. And at the same time, don't take that I must succeed, everything upon yourself as an individual. You are a part of, you are an instrument in the hands of Bhagavan. So as a Bhagavan's job, I am wholeheartedly doing for him as a devotional service. So as that person, sometimes I succeed, sometimes I fail. Take it not personally, take it as impersonally. You can face it easily. You don't get disturbed. If you succeed also, you don't feel elated. If you fail also, you don't feel depressed, because your achievements are part of cosmic life. So this attitude, we have to cultivate it, not a one-day job. Few months you have to cultivate it, or sometimes years. That makes the mind relaxed and pure. So the change in personality is required. People don't bother about it. They just jump to meditation. Either mantra meditation or direct meditation, whatever. There are different ways of meditation. Directly meditation means they relax. Concentration is, okay, take mantra, we concentrate. Sometime you do, later what? We are not moving anything. We are not making any headway. We just mechanically doing it, a little relaxed, but nothing deeper. That's because we think meditation is another action. Another just action. You place your mind, relax. That's all over. For that you don't need mantra, you don't need religion. You can sit anywhere, sit just relaxed for a while, you will be free. Why do you need meditation? Anything can be done. When you are active life, in spite of active situation, don't expect everything should happen like this alone. See that your situation in the hands of God. There is an unknown element. There is always unknown factor, unknown element. Take that into consideration. Don't expect that my limited mind alone should decide everything. There is always one unknown element. Unknown, unfamiliar, an element beyond my control. Take that also into consideration. What best I have done. Still there is an unknown factor, invisible factor. So that also is a part of you. How can I take into consideration? Take into consideration means be ready that something unknown also will happen, because we don't know. This present situation results into next situation. So there might be some hidden factors are also operating. We don't know. So just to take into consideration, there are certain hidden also. If we don't know, nothing wrong, because we are after all jiva, limited knowledge. We are not omniscient. So that can happen. So this outlook when you take, understand and go, this is the maturity of karma yoga, and people tend to skip it. Therefore, Bhagavan has to say that karma yoga is more important. Sometimes he says karma yoga is important. Sometimes he says it is more important. In spite of telling like this, people don't seem to be realizing the importance of karma yoga. They again, mind is in sannyasa, renunciation, and then meditation. They get attracted. Rather than doing meditation, rather than being capable of doing meditation, he has a fascination for meditation. He has a fascination for monkhood. You become a monk, that's a great... See, monkhood is not a social status. People respect you, that is a different issue. But don't wait for them. And don't start enjoying. If you start enjoying people's respect, that spoils your mind. You be natural. You see the baby, 3 years old, 5 years old, baby, bring and sit, make him to sit here. It will mind playing itself. People say, oh, how nice the baby is. It doesn't feel anything, natural. So be just a natural. People's respect will be, it only shows their good nature, that's all. They have a good mind, they have a good heart, they are humble people, they respect, it only shows their respect. It doesn't mean anything to you. Take it naturally. Just leave it to them. So nothing should disturb me, either a success or failure, or people's honor and dishonor. Honor is also a natural way. You respect them because you should not just ignore the person's respecting nature. So he has got some good heart and he wants to respect. Okay, we consider him, we respect him. Not that I become happy with his respect. Even if he doesn't respect also, I should be same natural. If I depend on others' respect, they will play me. Your mental peace depends upon them. If they are in a mood, they will respect you. If they are in an odd mood, they won't respect you. Or they may have their own priorities. They think somebody else is better than you. So they will get attracted to them and they will not care for you. Or they will respect for you for a few months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, afterwards they change their mind. Then you get upset. Why should you worry? Leave them. We don't know how long they respect. After some time they may change. It is up to them. You just totally leave them. It has nothing to do with it. Be just a natural. So this karma yoga develops this kind of attitude. Your individual worth doesn't depend upon your success, doesn't depend upon others' praise, doesn't depend upon your efficiency and talent. You can develop efficiency. There is no limit for efficiency. There is no limit for your talents, your efficiency. You can keep on improving. It is endless. When can you say, I am satisfied with this thing? There is always somebody who will do better than you. You compare with him. Oh, I am less and you want to do more. More. How long? You will become 90 years old. Even after 90 years old also there will be somebody else. So it is an endless thing. So at this moment, whatever possible you have done it. You do it best and enjoy it. But if you go by if you depend too much on external efficiency, you will be frustrated. This frustration disturbs your mind. Therefore, external achievement of honor and dishonor, success and failure, even your scholarship also. You know any subject, whatever subject you know it, we know something, we think we alone know best, and then try to convince others. Other fellow may not be convinced, or they may dismiss you, they may consider you are wrong, then you get disturbed, I must prove to him. This should not be my personal responsibility to prove to him. I try my best whatever I know. So nobody is omniscient. So I may not be able to convince. Just leave it. So he takes it personally. Oh, I am got defeated. I must defeat him because I must prove him. When you take it as your personal responsibility, feel disturbed. So these personal responsibilities should go away. That means that person is ego. That taking everything personally, personal enjoyments, personal responsibility, personal thinking, that is ego. Leave it. But at the same time, play your role, like in drama. In a drama, you play your role wholeheartedly. What you enjoy most is, I enjoy my being an instrument in the hands of Bhagavan. I enjoy my being an instrument in the hands of Bhagavan. That gives me greatest joy. That I am in his hands. I do what best I can. Things happen what best is possible. So things don't disturb me. I do and I go next, then next. Life goes on. There is no end, there is no beginning. So this way, a mature outlook, if I cultivate, that makes me really open-minded, because tomorrow is uncertain. Tomorrow uncertain creates a tension to people. That tensed up mind, worried about tomorrow, worried about past, anxious about tomorrow, makes you impure. That is antakarana shuddhi. We call antakarana shuddhi. Have you ever heard Sanskrit word? Sattva shuddhi, antakarana shuddhi. These are the words Shankaracharya, even Bhagavad Gita uses. Purity of mind. Purity means this kind of purity. Purity makes interaction with life relaxed. Relaxed means negative reactions won't be there. You accept the situation. You accept failures. You accept insults. You accept things, sometimes discomfort, pain and pleasure also. You cure them. If you fall sick or something, you take medicine, but at the same time be ready to accept any eventuality. This prepares the mind and makes him free from unnecessary tension. That is a purity. This change in your inner personality should happen. So, Arjuna, Sri Krishna is advising Arjuna, Karma Yoga is necessary. It is a preliminary first step which prepares you for meditation and Vedanta Vichara. So he says, sannyasa has got a fascination, monkhood, great attraction. So people just want to go for it. So he says, by being attracted to them, your preparation for sannyasa you are ignoring. You have to prepare by karma yoga. By living your normal life, you will be preparing for sannyasa. Therefore, this normal life is your experiment. It is a preparatory life. Life itself prepares you for higher spirituality. Don't ignore it. Take your present life, your family life, your worldly life as a great sadhana. It is a great spiritual sadhana. This itself is adhyatmika sadhana. And this prepares you for higher life. So he says, so since he has a fascination for sannyasa, fascination for external lifestyle sannyasa, and he thinks that I close my eyes and sit meditate. People ask me, anything, even for going for a walk, people ask me, oh, you are a Swami. Swamiji, how to do meditation? How can I tell you? I don't know your background, your maturity level, how you understand. Just yes, a meditation. Then somebody held like that. Somebody asked me. I told, okay, if you are so insisting, come on, sit. I explained the process of meditation and then all this thing. Then how to do it? Okay, if you want, you sit right now. And I told him this thing. And he says this thing, how do you feel? I feel more tensed up. Then you think it's just a technique and press a button and you become relaxed and then become Brahmajnani? What do you think like that? So then this is what happens. You are hastily coming and sitting here and do meditation and become Brahmajnani. Today you come here and tomorrow become Brahmajnani and go to the world. And go like a Socrates, speak on the streets and tell everybody. Tomorrow only. So this is what people like. These are all fanciful, romantic imaginations. So that doesn't work. So be natural. In that naturalness alone is Brahman. Brahman is your nature. You are spontaneously in Brahman alone. So you only have to turn your attention and discover you are already Brahman. You are already the absolute truth, all-pervasive truth. So you don't need anything, extraneous. Just to discover your natural state, your nature. Natural state means your nature. Very nature is the truth. So this unnecessary outgoing mind, imposing mind, attaching mind, getting attached, this mind has to be dissolved. It has to be withdrawn, then dissolved. Then you are what you are, already there. It's just naturally there. Nothing extra. People think that it is an achievement. Spirituality is something, an extra achievement. It is not extra. It is discovering your absolute natural nature, effortless nature. Effortlessly you have been truth, you are, you will be. So that discover. Therefore, you need a mind, a particular mind, and that mind preparation is required. That's called Antakarana Shuddhi. People tend to ignore and jump to it. Therefore, he says in this shloka, second shloka, now he has to praise sannyasa, praise karma yoga. Don't worry, your very householder life, your worldly life, your karma yoga itself incorporates an element of sannyasa. You see, karma yoga itself is sannyasa. Karma yoga itself is meditation. Don't say that, no, I have to do sannyasi, I have to become sannyasi, I have to do meditation. He says, your karma yoga is meditation. Yoga. Sannyasam cha yogam cha. This is sannyasa, this is yoga. Yoga is meditation. Sannyasa is renunciation. So, your karma yoga is renunciation. Karma yoga is meditation. Don't look elsewhere. You do this thing. Wherever you are, your very life is sannyasa. Very life is yoga. Just be. See, even while interacting with people, even while doing things, even while traveling, you should be in the same meditative mode. Meditation is not a particular thing to be done. It is not an action that you are doing. Meditative mind, meditation is not a given action. It's not a given act, a deed that you have done something. Meditation is not a deed. Meditation is a state of mind. You command in all your interaction, in all your relationships, in all your activities, a certain state of mind, a certain outlook. It is not a given event, a given act. It is your maturity level that is meditation. It is your state of mind. It is your maturity level. That is meditation. Therefore, you have to prepare your mind for that. And otherwise, you think it is an event, you sit for half an hour like this, and that's meditation. Then afterwards, what happens? If any action you do, you are in that action for a while. After that, you come out of the action, you will be the same person. So, it is not a tentatively closing your mind and staying there for a while. Afterwards, you come out of it. So, naturally, you will carry a little bit of relaxation. Even after meditation, you will carry. But there is no change in your inner personality. There is no change in your mind and outlook. Then what happens? But people have an attraction, a fascination for sannyasa, fascination for meditation. So Sri Krishna says here, don't worry. In karma yoga is sannyasa. Karma yoga is meditation. This is also another kind of meditation. This is also another kind of sannyasa. How? He says here, karma phala asakti. Asakti means the expectation of fruit of your act. So generally people become anxious about fruit of an action. Whatever I am doing, what will happen? What will happen? Regarding the result of your action, there is a tension. You give up that anxiety about what happens tomorrow. You do your best and wait for the result. Leave it to Bhagavan. He gives you. Whatever he gives is right. Accept it and do what is to be done next. So this attitude is a kind of sannyasa. There is an element of sannyasa. What is that sannyasa? You are giving up expectation of fruits. You are not bogged by, you are not pressurized by the result of it. You take the result naturally. Here is an element of sannyasa. Here is an element of, just a minute. Here is an element of sannyasa in karma yoga. Therefore, don't jump for sannyasa, don't jump to meditation. You practice sincerely, wholeheartedly your sannyasa, your karma yoga. There itself, a certain sannyasa mind develops in you, a certain yogic mind develops in you. So do it. That's what he says in this second shloka. Yam sannyasa miti prahuhu yogam tam vidhi pandava. So, what they call as renunciation, second shloka, what they call as renunciation, know it to be same as yoga of karma, because so what you are looking for sannyasa is not separate. It is your yoga of karma alone is sannyasa. Because in karma yoga, a certain element of sannyasa. How is that? Nahya asanyasta sankalpo yogi bhavati kaschana. Sankalpa means your ambition, your desires, your expectation, anxiety. All this put together is what disturbs you. Unless you give up that, you don't become sannyasa. In real sannyasa is not an external lifestyle that you wear the clothes, ochre robes, and then you be called monk and change the name, and then you say, that is becomes another social status. Sannyasa is not a status, it is your inner maturity mind, inner level of mind, maturity. So he says, Nahi asanyasta sankalpaha. One who doesn't give up this desires, expectations, dependency, anxiety will never become sannyasi. Therefore, do here. Sannyasa is not outside. Sannyasa is not in the cloth, wearing the cloth. Sannyasa is in your hands. How you follow your karma yoga. You follow your karma yoga as you practice well, that itself will develop a sannyasa state of mind in you. It is in your own hands. You can develop within yourself by living a life of karma yoga. So don't be fascinated by external. External sannyasa is only a symbol. This external cloth is only a symbol for your inner maturity. So look for that. Develop that. This is external symbol. Some people can take up a symbol without inside. That misleads for you and for others. It is neither good for others, not good for you. So you develop inner state of mind. Naturally, you will be growing to that level of sannyasa, growing to the maturity level of yoga. Yoga means meditation. You will go to that. Therefore, concentrate on. Nahi asanyasta sankalpaha yogi bhavati kaschana. Therefore, nobody can become a yogi without giving up your sankalpa. That sankalpa word is very difficult to translate. I don't know how to translate. Sankalpa is a will. I think you are familiar with already. Sankalpa means will. Sankalpa means a plan, an idea. See, you think of going somewhere. We say, I have made sankalpa to go there. That means a determination, a decision. See, a willpower is called sankalpa. A determination, decision is called sankalpa. These are the two meanings. Third meaning is the expectation, anxiety, worry, tension. This is also sankalpa. So this is a more spiritual Vedantic way. So you become free from this anxiety, worry, fixed expectation. You don't have it. That means a flexible mind, an open mind, ready to accept whatever happens. This a flexible mind without any fixed expectation. Naturally, whatever comes, tentatively you have an idea. Say, I am planning, I am working these things. This is what most likely to happen. Let us wait and see. So this flexible expectation, that is freedom from that forced expectation, fixed expectation. Mind is relieved and relaxed. That is freedom from sankalpa. Because another idea of sankalpa is, sankalpa means your values about worldly things. Value for money, value for things. You value those things. Many things we value. So those values attach us, attract us. They hold us. So don't impose any values, your psychological values. Every object has got a social material value. Leave it. Money has got a material value. It is useful. Okay, but my psychologically I attach value because I feel emotionally attached to it. I become interested in it. This is my value, I have attached it. You should give up that, your psychological value, your subjective values. See the material, actual value, use it, and that's okay. It doesn't disturb you. But if you have an emotional attachment to it, therefore it is important to me. Now this makes you dependent. It makes you psychologically dependent on something. You don't become dependent, you become relaxed, relieved, detached from things. This purity is called Karma Yoga. And he says, he is praising Karma Yoga to the top of sannyasa and meditation. Why? It is not virtually true, it is not literally true. Yet, just exaggeration little thing that in Karma Yoga, an element of sannyasa is involved. In Karma Yoga, sannyasa means renouncing. In Karma Yoga, what are you renouncing? You are renouncing possessiveness. You are renouncing your fixed expectation. You are becoming simple, humble, ready to accept whatever happens. So in these things, there is an element of renunciation. Then there is an element of meditation also, because mind becomes relaxed, concentrated. Concentration is meditation. Yoga is concentration. Concentration is meditation. So in Karma Yoga, you are concentrated because Mind generally gets distracted, disturbed. When you don't have a fixed expectation, you will be relaxed. So mind will be concentrated. Therefore, an element of meditation is there in Karma Yoga. An element of sannyasa is there. Therefore, don't underestimate Karma Yoga. Keep doing it. It will gradually prepare you for sannyasa. Automatically you will be sannyasi. Automatically you will be a yogi, because your mind will grow into yogihood, grow into sannyasihood. It has to be, you have to grow, you have to cultivate within you sannyasa. Sannyasa nobody can give you. It is not that you demonstrate to others, you wear a cloth and show to others. It is not a social relationship, sannyasa. Sannyasa, monkhood is not something, a social status. It is your inner maturity level. External is a simple symbolic for others to show that I have taken to a certain life of relaxation, not interested in money and ambition and or any other pleasures. I am interested in pursuit of truth. So that externally you will be taken care of, you will be given food and these things, basic needs will be given to you. And you will also do some help to others and they will give you something. So it is for this purpose cloth. Cloth doesn't make you enlightened. Nobody makes. So it is your inner maturity that makes you enlightened. Cloth is only a symbol. That's all it gives you. Okay. Therefore, don't get fascinated, tells Arjuna, by the external sannyasa. I'll give up all karma, I'll give up the war and I'll become happy. No. There also you will carry the same mind. You will be carrying the same mind. Now first address the mind. When the mind learns how not to be disturbed by external relationship, people's nature, their relationship, their way of talking, their manipulation, their cheating should not disturb me. You learn how to protect yourself from their cheating. If they are trying to exploit you, you learn. Even if you need to protest, even if you need to wage war, not on individual level. Supposing a police or a soldier is there, it is the nation's higher officer, our captain or commander-in-chief instruction. I just to follow the instruction. I may win the war, we may lose the war. But my job is to do my best. That's all. All the credit and discredit goes to the captain. Captain means the higher officer. It's just to do it wholeheartedly. This way alone you can transcend the tension. Otherwise, not possible. Therefore, Karma Yoga should make you free from tension. Then automatically sannyasa comes. People think that I'll take cloth and I'll become free from tension. But what about that earlier state of mind? It is not changed. How will it change just by taking cloth? Therefore he says, you grow to sannyasa. And that is in you, within you only. You discover inwardly. So that is way is, take life as not yours. World is not yours. In fact, even you are not your own. Don't feel that you have a control over yourself. Over you, Bhagavan has. I am a part of Ishvara. He expresses through me. Therefore, he is more than me. So this, your individual ego melts away. Certain reactions based upon ego, certain thoughts and ideas, stubbornness, imposition, insistence, this alone is right. This kind of thinking will go away. You are flexible. You move with life. As the life moves, you also move with it. And don't no regret for past, no anxiety about future. Live in the moment to moment in the present. Naturally, spontaneously. This Karma Yoga, this way prepares. And now next shloka, third he says, Aruruksho muner yogam karma karanamuchyate. Yoga rudasya tasyaiva shamah karanamuchyate. So for a person who want to develop the capacity for meditation, yoga of duty or yoga of karma is stated to be the sadhana for a person who wishes to acquire an ability to meditate, ability to practice meditation. You should be able to sit and do meditation. To develop the ability to meditate, Karma Yoga is a sadhana for you. Is a preliminary step. Karma Yoga is a preliminary step to develop an ability to meditate, an ability to renounce, a capacity to renounce, a capacity to meditate has to develop in you. Therefore, to develop that, Karma Yoga is a sadhana. Therefore, Aruruksho muner yogam karma karanamuchyate. Once you develop that capacity to meditate, then your job is not to continue karma yoga, live up the worldly life and remain relaxed and a lonely life of a sannyasa. There, the ability you have acquired, stay in that ability, stay in that meditative state, continue that meditative state. So, to continue the practice of meditation, to achieve the result of meditation, one is developing a capacity to meditate. Second is, once you got the meditation capacity, then take less interest in worldly life and responsibility, because that's not required. You require a much deeper level of meditation than the sannyasa. Sannyasa means external lifestyle sannyasa will remove the possessiveness, attachment, and then you can devote more time for your inner meditation. Therefore, to be able to do meditation, you have to develop a capacity. Once you develop a capacity, then continue in the meditation until you reach the culmination. Culmination of meditation is discovery that you are Brahman, intuition that you are Brahman. So, in that intuition of Brahman as my Atma, when I discover, the meditation culminates. Therefore, he says, the two levels. Mumukshu, for a sadhaka to develop a capacity for meditation, sadhana is karma yoga. Once you develop the capacity, shamasyaiva, he says, yogarudasya tasyaiva shamah karanam uchyate. Then to get the result of meditation, what you need is shama. Shama is upashama. Upashama means renouncing the worldly life and then other things. That becomes really relaxed. Because you don't need any responsibility, why unnecessarily take it? Therefore, just relax. So anyway, Bhagavad Gita tells two levels. Once the inwardly you develop a capacity for sannyasa, capacity for meditation, then you have two options. Either you can take external lifestyle sannyasa, that is a less disturbance, so that you can devote more time for your meditation until you reach the culmination, the result of the fruit of meditation. Or even if you cannot take sannyasa due to some responsibility, due to something externally, somewhere in the family life or worldly life, then you live even that life also, even as a householder, gruhastha, you live very detached, as good as a sannyasi. And similar to sannyasi, he lives a very detached life. You can see, even among the gruhasthas, he is unlike all others. Because he just does his duty and doesn't feel disturbed, whatever is. We have seen them, even we have many people, even among the gruhasthas, they are very good sannyasi-like people, meditation and Vedanta capable of. There are many people, and that option also we accepted. We accept two answers. One is, once you develop a purity of mind, capacity to meditate and capacity to do Atma Vichara, then either you take external sannyasa and continue your meditation and Atma Vichara, or you continue in the same worldly life but with a detached outlook. Detached outlook, you can continue your meditation and Atma Vichara. So the worldly life itself doesn't disturb you. If you take seriously, you identify, feel proud that I am a householder, that I am a money person, I am so and so. See, two ways. One is a person who identifies that I am so and so. Shall I tell you one event? I know one doctor, I was in Hyderabad, there was one doctor. A patient came and he was expressed his problem and he noted down on a paper. And then, what is your name? He asked. Doctor asked. He told, Dr. so and so. He gave his name. And he wrote his name. That person got angry. Patient. Hey, I am a doctor. I got PhD. You must write doctor. See, I have not got PhD just by, by begging. I worked hard and got my PhD. You must write doctor. Because I feel proud of that I am PhD. I am doctor. You may be doctor, but why this pride insisting? In a medical slip, if he doesn't write doctor, what do? Is it a certificate? Is it a certificate that you will be recognized hereafter only this name? It is just in a medical slip. He says, no, you write it. And the doctor tells me, He was my friend also, not only doctor, but I knew him also. So he says it happened like this. And I said, look, no, only medical doctor alone is a doctor. You are a PhD. If you want, I'll write a PhD at the end of it, but I will not write doctor. So the purpose of my example is you feel proud of it. I am so and so. I am so and so officer. If the other person doesn't recognize, you feel hurt. So that identity consciousness is laukika, worldly life. So even if you inwardly develop sannyasa, you don't insist on things. If he doesn't know, tell him. Otherwise, just to be relaxed. So if your identity seeking, you want to be recognized as so and so. This is seeking external worldly identity, worldly pleasures, worldly status, success. So a person who discovers inwardly sannyasa, he takes it lightly. He takes it lightly. That means he is not too much conscious of his identity and asserting identity. Asserting, he doesn't assert it. Identity is for a purpose. Use it and leave them. See, you have a worldly identity that you are a doctor. Okay, it is an identity for a purpose. You use it and leave them. Don't be too much conscious that others should recognize me. I am this, I am this, I am this. So it is creating a problem to you. So that identity is haunting you. Others should recognize, otherwise I be disturbed. So this is impurity. Therefore, a person who gives up that, just necessary, whatever he does it. But inwardly he doesn't carry that identity. That is called sannyasa. So he may be a worldly man, but inwardly he is sannyasa. That's why we have two people. Some people, external life sannyasa and inwardly also sannyasa. Some people externally they don't take, but remain inwardly sannyasa. They live a life just superficially. Superficial in the sense, without strong identification, they just carry their worldly life and responsibilities lightly, without asserting his individuality. So that is also equal to sannyasa. Bhagavan Krishna, I think we have already discussed this in 3rd and 4th chapters, 3rd, 4th and 5th. He says, you can live a detached life inwardly with a sannyasa, externally a detached life. That if it is necessitated, can you hear? I think 10:30, we'll close it. So that can be. The brahmacharis have to learn because they are going to be priests. After study, they study Vedanta, but it is only all bookish only. They have to become priests. So they concentrate more on Veda mantra and rituals alone. So Vedanta, they listen a little bit, but it doesn't touch them because they are waiting for it. Parents are waiting so that you make money and then do this thing. They are all ambitious people, worldly people there. So they listen Vedanta. It's okay. We see them, these are all worldly people. Earlier when I came here, I think 15, 17 years ago, this Ram Prakash's batch was going on. And I saw these batch people listening to Vedanta and all those things. I thought they are all really detached people with Vairagyam. They came here. After 2 or 3 years, they completed the course. They are all thinking of going there and getting married and making money. Then I understood these are all worldly people. Some of them, I see them, even though they are worldly people interested. So Vedanta, what happened? They never open the book. They never read it. They are only interested in their ritual. Vedanta means, I have no time, Swamiji, I am busy with this. This is Vedanta. So these people are good. They are learning some rituals. But they're good. Even in the ritual, some discipline, some values, something is there. But still basically ritual. So they enjoy that. Their nice is like that. So goes on. So among them, there are a few people. A very few people. Some of them, not all. Among these brahmacharis, I found 1 or 2 people. This Hari was also studied, but no, he became interested. He really Vedantin and he is interested only in this thing. So there are 1 or 2 people, a few people who really become that. We know them, not easy. It is not easy, everybody doesn't come. But the idea is that identity consciousness, ambition to achieve something. This shows, see, an ambition to achieve something, your identity is centered on individuality. If you melt away the individuality, you can discover inner Sakshi. If you insist, if you have your ambitions, plans and ideas and acts which reinforces your individuality, then you can't transcend individuality and stay as Sakshi, because that clashes, that interferes. Therefore, you need certain understanding, certain way of life which doesn't reinforce your individuality but takes your individuality lightly, just superficially with a purpose. Do it and leave them. Don't take it, don't identify with it, don't be too conscious of it. So, a person is not conscious of his identity, it just uses wherever necessary and leaves them. He remains detached from it. Such a person is prepared for meditation and Vedanta. Therefore, he says, Karma Yoga prepares you and then you go for meditation. Then when you come to meditation, you drop off your identity, drop off your ambitious life that I must achieve. All those things look too childish for you. Whatever necessary, you just to do on the way. But they should not haunt you. They should not sit in your mind as the most important. Most important is discovering myself as Brahman. My self-discovery, discovering myself as a Brahman is primary thing. Other things are just on the way. You just live on the way. Not so serious. That person is good for meditation. Is equal to sannyasi. Though he is not a formally sannyasi, but is equal to sannyasi. Such people are respected in society. They may not be formal sannyasi, still they are respected because their maturity level is high, equal to sannyasa. Therefore, Sri Krishna advises Arjuna, concentrate on that. When that real sannyasa comes also, you may take sannyasa or you may continue in the worldly life with your inward sannyasa. Either way possible, but prepare yourself is important. Okay, this third shloka is over. Fourth we will tell the next. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Harihi Om Tat Sat.